doesn't help our video though.
All right, mic check. We good? All right, good morning and Merry Christmas to everybody. Today is December 18th. We're going to call the Green Valley Special Utility District meeting to order. All board members are accounted for and present. If everybody can stand for the invocation and pledge. Dear Heavenly Father, continue passing on all the blessings you can to our employees, staff, and our great company. Please give the board the wisdom and the knowledge to make the decisions that take care of our residents, our customers, and our employees. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. All right, public comment. I know we have a lot of people here, a lot of familiar faces. So anybody from the public? Going once? Nope. Okay, moving on. Item D, consent agenda. All items listed below are to be considered routine, non-controversial by the board and will be approved by one motion. There'll be no discussion of these items unless a board member so requests, in which case the items will be removed from the consent agenda and will be considered an action taken as necessary as part of the order of business. So we have a lengthy consent agenda. We have items 1 through 9. A lot of the resolutions, pretty sure everybody looked them over. They're just standard for us to sign everything that we need to sign. Does anybody have a motion, questions, comments?
I'll make a motion. We approve consent agenda items D1 through D9.
Second.
I have a motion by Mr. Sherman, second by Mr. Robertson. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it. Moving on to item E, hear updates on the following items from the GVSUD General Manager Staff Committee Chairs. E1, Employee Recognition, Mr. Gage.
Okay, good morning, guys. Merry Christmas. We've got 9 folks to recognize this morning, so I'll do it rather rapidly, right? But I mean, doing it rapidly doesn't mean that the contributions that they did is any less important. I mean, we've got some really significant things that happened. So I'll just start out first. You recall last month, I read a letter to the board from a gentleman several states away and talking about the integrity and professionalism of a couple of our staff members. Well, David Rada is here. I might ask you to come up, David R., also known as D3. But we recognized David Duff last week, and I just wanted to recognize David this week, or this month, and appreciate what you do, David. Thank you very much. And there you have it. Okay. Okay, I'm really happy to report that this year our float team really kicked butt, right? So if you guys didn't know it, we had third place in the Seguin Evening Parade, which was a Thursday parade. And then Saturday morning, went over to Cibolo, and we brought home the first place trophy again. So that's 2 years in a row, first place trophies from Cibolo. So we had a really great team this year, a great float. I just want to recognize them. So I would like Pam, Kim, Eric, Matt, and Jason all to come up this morning. Where are you guys? Come on up. All right, so this is this year's float team. As you know, you guys saw the float. It was pretty amazing. So this is a creation team behind it, everything from planning to coordinating to artistic touches. Here's your team right here. So let me just say thank you, Jason. Thank you for bringing your family out all the time. I put K Hutch on here. I don't know.
It's not official.
It's not official. Huh? Okay. Let me see. And thank you, Matt. Then one last one.
Yes,
All right.
thank you.
Okay, we've got 3 more to do, and these are really important. So we had some guys continuing with their professional, education and obtaining additional licenses and certifications. I mean, I'm very proud to report to the board that we have 54 licenses total across the organization. 12 individuals have multiple licenses. I think it's really incredible. If you look at, our surrounding neighbors, we're really outdoing folks in terms of our professional growth and our professionalism and licenses. So first I'm gonna have Robert Mann come up. So Robert obtained his B-level license here recently. Robert came from the town of Garden Ridge not too long ago. He's been on the team probably, about 3 months or so? Yes, sir. And so he really jumped in, got his B-level license now, so I really appreciate you, Robert. Thank you. Okay, where's Jefferson? Is Jefferson here? Where's he? Oh, there he is. He's right there in front of my face. Well, Jefferson's been with the team for a little bit of time, and he too, you can come on up, he too has obtained his B-level license, right? So how many years have you been here?
Just shy of 5.
Just shy of 5 years. So we'll be recognizing him probably next year for his longevity. But I really appreciate what he does. He's steadfast on the team, and now he's a B-licensed individual. Thank you. Thank you very much. And I kind of saved the big deal for last. So Jack, would you come up here and you can bring your lovely wife with you too? And she's like, no, don't do it. So this is a big deal, guys. I mean, so Jack obtained his A-level certification, right? And so, Jack too, once upon a time worked for Garden Ridge. I think he recruited Robert, so you can see he recruits good people. But this is a milestone, right? And so Jack obtained, his A license, and also we promoted him to supervisor of the water protection department. So, I mean, Jack's just doing great work for us. He's a great guy. He's a former cop. Been around this industry for a little bit of time, and just great to have him on the team. And congratulations to you for putting up with him. But anyway, so thank you very much. Okay, all right. All the awardees report to the front. Warwick, come on up. That means come up. In Army terms, report to, okay, anyway. So, y'all come on up, let's take a picture.
I got the tallest guy in front of me.
Yeah.
One, two, three, water.
Again, this is awesome. The dedication that the staff has to develop themselves and grow individually as a worker, a coworker. I mean, this is great. This is exactly what we need to be doing to lead Texas as the best utility company in the state. So continue it, do a good job. We appreciate everything you guys are doing. Again, Merry Christmas to everybody. We're so grateful for everything y'all do. Thank you again.
Okay, so y'all can hang out for wild curiosity, or y'all can go back to work, whichever y'all prefer to do.
Appreciate it.
Oh, wow.
Y'all grab some snacks as you go. There's lots over there.
All right. Moving on to GM updates. E2I.
Okay, for the update this month, it's really short. You know, I just mentioned the Christmas parades on there. We have it. I just want to make sure the board is totally tracking. Next week, the district will be closed from Christmas Eve through Friday, so Wednesday through Friday next week. No other highlights on my memo if there's no questions for me.
Thank you for that. Operations update, Brian.
Good morning, board members. So this month, for November, we had a slight decrease in meter installs. We only did 45, which is okay. I mean, we already passed last year's total numbers. We sit currently at 19,638 connections across the district, and we should still fall within 1,150 to 1,200 connections throughout the year once we're done totaling December's numbers. For water production, we did produce or purchase just over 506 acre-feet of water in November. In an effort to maximize the most lucrative water, we told the production team to pump Edwards as close to possible to our allocation. At the end of November, we were at 91% of what we were allocated. At the end of December, we will be extremely close, within 20 to 25 acre-feet of our allocation. So we're going to hit that goal, and that should put us around 98 to 99% of what we're allocated for Edwards. So huge props to Jack and the water production team for that as we move forward. And we're going to continue to do that every year, is to maximize Edwards as much as we can. Over all of our sources, we are at 67% water used for what we're allocated from the year. And your attachment 1 is updated within the board packet, if there pending any questions on that. Okay, so for billing, we billed 545 acre feet. Now, the numbers kind of differ. Our billing cycle obviously is from a different time, so that's why our numbers sometimes are a little off, but we're good with the water that we currently, with the water we have. But that 545 acre feet billed equates to just under $2.5 million in revenue. And then we had about 9.2 acre feet for unbilled water usage, so the normal flushing, leaks, and all that stuff, and that equates to just over or just shy of $250,000. Moving on to wastewater. Wastewater, we had 15 new connections in November, so once again, a slightly slower month than the previous months. But we still do project to be anywhere between 475 to 510 wastewater meters for the whole year once we're complete with December's connections. No, nothing significant for billing when it comes to wastewater. Normal trend, and all the charts are updated. And then for plant utilization, so obviously we are now at 0.75 with the new plant being up and running. So our percentages have gone down significantly. We've only utilized 14.19% of our capacity for the month of November. So we will be well within our required capacity for the foreseeable future. Depending on any questions, that's all I have.
I just have one question. It's not really about your report. Are we going to do any type of official, like, grand opening for the new plant?
Yeah, so I'm glad you said that. So yes, we are organizing a ribbon cutting. We haven't selected a date for it yet, but that's a project that Jennifer's working on for us. We are, once we figure out the date, it's really has to do with when we finally get the finishing touches on the plant, then we'll do the ribbon cutting. I would say probably maybe January, February, Travis, somewhere in that time frame.
We were shooting for mid-January. So there's, in my update, I'll kind of update y'all on the last couple items that are needed at the wastewater treatment plant. But yeah, mid-January is what we're shooting for. And hopefully we get good weather too.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Brian, for that. Moving on to, sorry. E3, CRWA Board of Trustees post-meeting updates. Ms. McDaniel, Mr. Sherman.
I'll lead off on that one. The December trustees meeting was canceled, so this is a short report. I will add that a assistant general manager hire has been made, Ms. Madrina Frankie, who is formerly the general manager of Crystal Clear SUD, so she's experienced in all the water management, and it's my understanding the very important position of controller, the interviews have begun. So hopefully we have that position filled soon. Is there anything to add?
I saw that what the notes, I saw the notes that you had put in the packet regarding, I did pull 2 months of the financial statements due to some inaccuracies. So we really have not approved anything since the budget. The controller position they are interviewing for, and there was something else that I was going to say. Oh, Finance Committee. So our Finance Committee meeting got moved. It was supposed to be this month, but we moved it to January to wait until after the audit. That's all I have.
Are you part of the interview process for the comptroller?
No.
Oh, okay.
All right, thank you. Moving on to E4, CRWA Board of Managers meetings updates. Mr. Gage.
So we went ahead and had a board of managers the month of December, even though the trustees didn't meet. Really, the topic of discussion was mainly focused on treatment plants and what we were going to do, next month. So next month we are going to tour the Hayes Caldwell treatment plant. We're going to drag all the board, the board of managers out there, which would be really good. And I think it'll be informative, so we can make some recommendations for the totality of CRWA, not just one side of the river or the other. So that we're continuing on with that. That's in January. Nothing else extremely significant came out of that meeting. We are pressing, CRWA to move forward with obtaining a master plan for their system, which will include like some water modeling, which they're desperately in need of. So I'll keep talking about that topic because it needs to happen. We'll all benefit from it across the board. But no other real highlights from CRWA Board of Managers. And I did not put a memo in the packet this month since it was just such a short meeting and there was no trustees meeting. So.
All right, Mr. Sherman, E5.
ARWA. So there are 2 items in my notes that I want to raise attention to. So one of the permit parameters for manganese, the water production is right at the limit of 0.05 milligrams per liter. So that is something that the operations staff is going to have to keep a close eye on and make sure we keep that, it can't go up any or we'll be outside of our permit parameters. So that was one note. And then also the last and most important thing is the expansion project. So in both the technical committee and the full board meeting, we received a presentation that included our first costing information. For the whole expansion program, the estimated figure was $154 million. The construction manager at risk, the CMAR, contractor that comes in early, helps the engineer finalize design, supposed to expedite the process. Their first round of costing information came back at 272 million, which is significantly over budget. Some of the packages are not, they're not at 90%, they're not at 30%, they're not even at 60% or 30%. They're just a technical memorandum. So these are guesses at best at this point for some of them. However, the water treatment plant is a 90% design, and their budget compared to the estimate is double. So this is a serious issue that ARWA needs to get a hold of. I repeatedly am asking for an update to be sent out to the sponsors. Yesterday at our full meeting, I said, hey, the sponsors have to know how to make financial adjustments or if they're going to participate, because we have to be able to decide if we can afford this water. So I'm continually asking for updates on that. In January, we should have the next round of revisions to the costing model. However, I don't expect it to come down 77%. We're going to be over 154 million original estimate. So it's just a matter of how much. But I am paying close attention to that, and I'll report back as soon as I hear. I let Phil know as soon as I finish the meetings, what the highlights are. Other than that, we finalized one additional easement from the original program that we hadn't gotten yet, and the discussion on the issue with the original clarification, let me say carefully, continues to be in process. So I think I'll put a pin on it there.
And timeline on when we will know a little bit more? Is it February? What are you
So,
thinking?
so I asked the question, hey, if the CMAR contractor is going to get revisions in the middle of January, I believe it was stated, is that going to be ready for the ARWA full
February,
meeting? In January, they weren't sure. So if we don't have updated figures ready in January, we will have it for our February meeting. But as soon as I know, I'm sharing with
Now, is this
with
something
staff.
that we are going to be forced into participating in, or is this an option?
So the next phase, when the construction phase of funding comes through, each individual sponsor will have to fund their portion. So we will have the opportunity to discuss moving forward or not moving forward when that time comes. But we're still, what would you guess, 6-8 months down the road before we would be at that point?
Make a decision.
What I think we need to do here, I've spoken with Mr. Averitt over at CRWA and Graham Moore at ARWA. We jumped to this CMAR, method of procurement. It's really what it is, right? And so the construction manager at risk, really what they do is they come in and they're supposed to reduce risk, right? So they're supposed to, actually at the end of the day, you'll have a price that it won't exceed, right? And you sift the risk from the organization onto the CMAR. Certain circumstances, it would make sense to do a procurement process like that. I don't see the benefits right now. And so the problem is we jump to this CMAR thing, and it's probably to mitigate the cost overruns that we had during the first portion, of the project. So everyone was kind of, oh, we don't want that to happen again. Well, we jumped to too far extreme. And so what I haven't seen yet and what Mr. Sherman's kind of asking for is, listen, we need some analysis between doing a traditional design bid build sort of thing or design build sort of thing, process. And then what's the benefits of the CMAR? Because right now it's a 77% premium, over what the estimated costs were. But I don't know what risks we're mitigating. And so I think our focus should be to really nail down the staff and let's figure out why did we choose this method and compare it against, the other procurement methods and make sure that these other things are going to come in lower. And if they are, well, then we need to make a different decision. We're making the wrong business decision, I think. And so I think we should attack this process first. Attack's not the right word, but we should scrutinize, the decision for that first. And that comes far before the financing of any of this.
And
So-
and the ability to it's GMP, a guaranteed maximum price, is what the construction manager at risk will generate for us. The ARWA board has an opportunity to look at that and say, so say it's 200 million, still $50 million over budget. We can say, thank you for your work helping us, value engineer on the front end. We're not going to accept that. We can choose to switch to a more traditional
Yeah.
design bid build at that point. And then the Haskell group, if they choose to, can bid it against the other contractors. We theoretically would have already received the benefit of having the construction manager at risk review things and hopefully find holes in the design, constructability issues. Ideally, we would receive the benefit of the CMAR, but if we don't like the number, we can go back to an open bid phase. So I've raised that and specifically made sure in the technical committee meeting in front of the other members that, hey, that's still an option, and the answer is yes.
All for Anthem, yeah.
Does anybody have any other questions, concerns, comments? The packet's in there for y'all's review, so. All right. Moving on to E6, district engineer updates.
Good morning, everybody. My update will be pretty brief. This month, we didn't have too much going on. The numbers on the overall projects shifted between categories, but they haven't totally shifted that much. We have 154 projects going on right now, 80 in design, 53 in construction. And it says on the report 21 in closeout. I think quite a few of those have probably been closed out between, well, I know 5 of them have been closed out between when the report was posted last week and today. So we'll hopefully be setting some more meters next month. On the capital improvement side, just some quick highlights and notes. The generator project, the Plant 3 and Plant 8 generator project, will be advertised for bid starting on December 30th, and it'll close in January. And we're hoping to get that one in front of the construction committee in February. The Plant 10 rehabilitation project, we had a design meeting on Monday, and we're hoping to get the 60% design delivered in February of next year. So that one's kind of getting accelerated, which is a good thing. And then on the Plant 3 fill line coming from the co-op take point, that line's been installed and tested. The only thing left there is to connect the line to the ground storage tank at Plant 3. And so that one should be closed out pretty quickly. And on it, just to make you guys aware, on a non-capital improvement side of things, but a developer-driven wastewater treatment plant that we're bidding out, the Clearwater Creek wastewater treatment plant, those bids will be accepted on the 6th of January. And we'll have the bid tabulations to go over in the construction committee the first week of January. I've already been notified by a couple contractors that they're excited to bid that project and move, hopefully get selected. As for the Santa Clara Creek expansion, as you know, last month we put it into service and it is substantially completed. There was a handful of items that are still left to be final completion, and the big one was the hydro-pneumatic tank for the non-pot system. And I'm happy to say when I was driving in today, I saw it being lifted off of a trailer, so it's being installed as we speak. So, but other than that, the contractor's hoping to be finished and demobilized in the next couple weeks. So,
Awesome. Good job. Appreciate all the help. and
any
work on that.
questions? Thank you.
Feels good. All right. Moving on to committee reports. Does anybody have any other comments on your committee reports? Anything significant y'all want to discuss or bring up? If not, I'm going to pass out the committee assignments for 2026. If anybody has any comments, concerns, I believe Mr. Gage already got with a lot of y'all to see what y'all were interested in and what y'all wanted to do. And after meeting with the executive committee and Mr. Gage, this is what we came up with. I believe we balanced everybody's time and energy respectively. I did not want to overwork people who don't have the time. Is everybody good with it? Yep. All righty. Well, I appreciate y'all's support on that. Moving on to item F, review and approve the updates to the charitable contribution policy. Mr. Gage.
Okay, this one is really simple. We did the board approval of this just like a couple of months ago. Since then, we hired Ms. Cobley to be our community engagement and communications person. So all we have done in, down in, I think it's paragraph, it's toward the end here, where is it? Oh, yeah. In paragraph 5, we changed from the financial controller as the point of contact to receive request to the communications community engagement manager to receive request. No other changes to the memo or scope.
Okay. With that, I need a motion.
I'll make the motion that we approve the charitable contributions policy as submitted.
Second.
I have a motion by Mr. King, second by Mr. Sherman. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it. Thank you. Moving on to item G, consideration and possible action related to the NSSA and water and wastewater. G1 Enclave Subdivision Water NSSA. Everybody good? Construction Committee recommended approval for this
Yes,
one?
sir. We went over this one. Staff recommended approval, the committee recommended approval, so I think it's a good.
All right. Staff, you're good?
Yes, sir.
Very good.
Staff, we reviewed it, like Mr. Sherman said, we reviewed it in the construction committee and we recommended approval and the construction committee agreed. So
All right. With that, do I have a motion?
I'll make a motion that we approve the non-standard service agreement for water for the Enclave subdivision as presented.
I'll second.
I have a motion by Mr. Sherman and second by Mr. Robertson. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it. All right. Going to item H. Shan, do we have any updates?
Oh.
Morning, Board. On pending and threat and litigation, there's the one lawsuit that's been discussed before, the Yates suit. We are filing a motion, plea to the jurisdiction was filed, and we're going to have a hearing on that on January 20th. So I'll update you on that. And we did file suit following the board's approval last month of the eminent domain resolution for the one missing piece of property. So those are the only two active pieces of litigation going on, and they're both under control at this time.
All righty. Thank you. All right. So at this time, we're going to go into executive session. Time is 9:29. Under the closed session in accordance with Texas Government Code 551.071-551.074 to discuss matters upon which the attorney has a duty to report under Texas rules and disciplinary conduct. We're going to take items I and J, and we'll be back. Time is 9:29. Mic check, mic check. We're good? All right, time is 10 o'clock. We're coming back out of executive session. We go to item K, consideration and possible action. We have none. Item L, do we have any comments for next month? If we do, don't. Okay, with Gage. Going to item M, adjournment. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
Make a motion to adjourn.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Ayes have it. Thank you. Merry Christmas.